Freshman phenom Nico Iamaleava in Tennessee have parted ways, and this has caused ripples throughout the college football universe. First, let's touch on who Nico is as a prospect. Nico is an outstanding 6'6" freshman quarterback from Long Beach, California, and he had a great season at Tennessee. He had over 2,600 passing yards, 19 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He had over 300 rushing yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns as well to add with his legs. Now, yes, he had a few freshman mistakes that he made over the season that cost Tennessee some games, but you can see as a freshman, all the intangibles are there for him to be an absolute star, not only in college football, but also in the NFL as well. Now let's get into the problem at hand. Nico initially signed for approximately $2 million per year, but after this freshman season, him and his agent and his team decided that they're worth a little bit more. They want to double what they initially signed for. They want $4 million per year instead of the $2 million that they initially signed for. Tennessee, on the other hand, did not give in to that quickly. Negotiations began taking place, and Nico decided to do a very professional athlete thing to do, not something that we see typically from a college athlete, especially from a quarterback, the leader of your squad. He decided to sit out. He missed meetings and he missed practice on Friday morning as well, and they didn't hear from him all day. So Tennessee decided to move on and move forward from Nico. So now Nico is going to be entering the transfer portal and looking for a new home elsewhere. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can go about looking at this. You can put the blame on Nico. You can put the blame on his agent. You can put the blame on Tennessee for their leadership. You can put the blame on the NCAA. Now, me personally, even as a traditional college football fan, I tend to lean towards players getting paid when it comes to issues like this. However, I have a very unique take to place on who this blame should go on. Firstly, I would say that Nico and his agent definitely could have handled the situation a bit better. Usually you would see pro players leaving practice and holding out on contracts and things of that nature, but this is the first, and I believe of many to come, of college players holding out of NIL contract negotiations. Now, do not be surprised when you see more athletes take this path. I believe that once Nico lands at a bigger school, which is definitely possible. I know at Ohio State, teams of that caliber will definitely have the money available to give Nico what he's looking for. And that's going to set a very bad example for the athletes and the agents. There's a way better way that the athlete and his team could have gone about this. They definitely could have negotiated with revenue share and kept that contract instead. In my opinion, that's way more professional, way more beneficial on both sides for Tennessee and Nico and his team, without giving up the $4 million that come out of the collective and things of that nature. However, the NCAA definitely has a huge problem on their hands now. Do not be surprised for years to come to see athletes holding out on their contracts. Thank you for watching, and let us know how you feel about this situation and where you would place the blame. Do you think Nico's going to end up at a school bigger or smaller than where he was already at? Do you think this was a good move for Tennessee? And let us know what else you would like to see from us content-wise in the near future.